Each encounter in life is an exam. Xiefeng. March 14, 2019. Gods are watching from just above your head. A whisper in the mortal world is like a rumble of thunder in heaven. Evil that is done secretly is as recognizable to the greatest creator as a flash of lightning in your eyes. My body has carried my soul in this world for more than 60 years, and I have experienced much during that time. Since my mission to create Lifechanyuan began, I have made careful observations of everyone whom I encountered. It should be said that I am searching carefully for those who can go to heaven. To be honest, less than 1/100% can do this, that is to say, only 1 in 10,000 people can go to heaven. I have discovered many mysteries from my practice of reaping ripe crops, with every encounter in life is an exam, being one of them. After staring at every person I met, Chanyuan celestials and others, I understood that the greatest creator is staring at every life being in the universe, and that all things and persons who anyone encounters are exams for them. If one passes an exam, then they will move on to the next one. If they fail it, then they must continue in this incarnation for another exam. If they fail to pass the exams for a millennium, then they will reincarnate for a millennium. If they fail them for 10 millennia, then they will reincarnate for 10 millennia. The will of the greatest creator cannot be violated, but the human mind is unpredictable. Human minds can be good and evil because human souls are unpredictable and inconclusive. The only way is to set up tens of thousands of exams, and they will be your experiences in life. When you meet someone, how you treat them is an exam. When you encounter an event, how to deal with it is an exam. Whatever we encounter, even if it is facing a bug, a beggar, or a social activity, it is actually an exam. What people do not realize is that there are people who have always been staring at us, recording our merits and demerits. Even if you drift to a desert island, are an emperor sitting upon your throne, are in prison, or are talking to yourself, there are people staring at you, and you cannot escape the eyes of these people. I am speaking of the divine punishment, though slow, are always sure, philosophy. Knowing this, I now realize that life is like walking on thin ice or on a tightrope, because you can only be considered a spiritual self-cultivator and have the opportunity to go to heaven when you understand this. Without understanding it, no matter how well educated you are, how rich in wisdom you are, how many merits you have accumulated, or even if you have self-cultivated for tens of thousands of years, you can only be a mere human and can never reach heaven. The content of the exam is set by Tao, is very simple, and anyone can get passing scores. I will give 8 examples here. Someone sang or danced for you, so you clapped your hands and passed the exam. Had you been indifferent, you would have failed it. You dropped some food on the dinner table, so you picked it up, ate it, and passed the exam. Had you wasted it, you would have failed it. Someone cooked a meal for you, gave you their seat, praised and encouraged you, or helped you, so you thanked them and passed the exam. Had you not, you would have failed it. You encountered a tortoise while driving on the road, so you stopped the car and let the tortoise pass first and passed the exam. Had you just rolled over it, you would have failed it. You saw a beggar passing by and gave alms and passed the exam. Had you ignored them, you would have failed it. You met a lost person, so you patiently pointed the way to them and passed the exam. Had you ignored them, you would have failed it. You saw rubbish, so you cleaned it up and passed the exam. Had you turned a blind eye to it and left it there, you would have failed it. You caused inconvenience to others, so you apologized and passed the exam. Had you not apologized, you would have failed it. There are thousands of examples like this, and we should never think that any of them are unimportant. During my lifetime of dealing with people, I have found that most people's reactions cannot pass all of their exams. For example, a doctor speaks fine words, but when they have the opportunity to help a patient, they might avoid it. I often give likes to people who post on their WeChat moments, but they never give likes to the articles that I share. Hollow valleys echo, dead valleys are silent. If you read our 800 values for new era human beings, you are asked to contribute $1. The fact is that even if it is not 1 million people, at least 100,000 people have read the values, but fewer than 10 people have paid these dollars throughout the past 10 years. This is the overall credit of a nation. A few days ago, I posted the article, "An amorous heart is the most true heart," in a WeChat group. As a result, the group owner immediately warned me to delete it. The owner failed the exam. Someone applied to add me on WeChat. I accepted and welcomed them, but they ignored my welcome. Some people speak very piously, but they completely ignore what you say. Someone came to me with a vow but left with neither a sound nor a trace, so I deleted them from my contact list. Deleted means gone, disappeared, dead. We are dead in each other's minds. Back to the point, no matter who we are, we experience many people and many things every day. Every encounter is an exam and Tao is always our judge. Our future is determined by the results of our exams. The greatest creator has never abandoned anyone. He has been arranging encounters to save us. Once, twice, 10 times, thousands of times. He never gives up. We should not expect to enter heaven by passing only a single exam. What we need is to pass every exam, all of them. A failure of any exam will inevitably bring you back for a re-examination. We cannot have fluky minds. Tao's test is absolutely scientific, rigorous, meticulous, practical, and realistic. You are bound to encounter setbacks if you try to muddle through its exams by luck.